Good evening, everyone. So this is going to be my update, my 5-day cycle update for my IVF. So I went in today for my follicle scan. So I have 7 on my right, ranging from mostly 10 to 11 millimeters, and 1 at 5 millimeters. So a little bit on the slow side, that little one, but otherwise the rest are at about the same range. And then on my left side, I have 7 as well, all ranging within the 10 to 11, and then I have 1 lead follicle at 13. So I am starting Cetrotide tonight to prevent me from ovulation, premature ovulation. But so far things are going good. I know my doctor was hoping for anywhere from 3 to 8, and then when I went in for my original baseline scan, he said, well, he thinks he might be able to get 10. So with 14 growing, that gives me a good chance of getting 10 eggs out of those follicles. Hopefully I get all 14. That'd be great. Even better if they were all mature. This way I have the best chance of getting multiple to freeze. So far so good. I'm pretty excited. I was a little worried that I'd get under 10. So the fact that I have 7 on each side is just, I'm ecstatic. I believe there's still potential for a few more to pop up, but it's less likely that they'll be able to make it to maturity before the rest do. I mean, at the time that the rest are ready to be retrieved. So, I mean, there's still a chance, but I don't really foresee it. Another update is, because I'm a plus size woman, my fear all the time is that I'm going to gain weight while on any type of medication. And which is really insane that I've actually lost 5 pounds. And I know that's not a lot, but to me it's huge because anytime I'm on any type of medication, I gain weight. So I checked the other day just to make sure that I was at least maintaining and I wasn't gaining anything during this cycle. And I noticed I was 4 pounds down. So I was like, oh, okay. And then I checked again today, and I'm down another pound. So this might be a side effect. I'm not sure. Maybe the changes I've made over the last month are just finally starting to kick in. I don't know. But either way, it's exciting. So if I can keep on this downward slope with losing weight, that'd be great. Even if it was just in general because I'm, I don't know, eating a little better or taking vitamins regularly. I don't know. Either way, it's very exciting. We'll see at the next checkup. I go in 2 days to check up again, see how they're progressing. And probably every 2 days from now on. Let the crazy week begin. Hi everyone. Okay, so I am on my way to get my 3rd ultrasound for the cycle. So the first time I went in, I had a lot of under follicles, which was good, so I had a good shot of having a decent amount. Once again, my doctor kind of said that I would have an average of 8 in total. So people on the Rekovelle usually get anywhere from 3 to 14. When I went in for my 2nd ultrasound, they could count how many had started growing, and it looked like I had 7 on each side, so 14, which was the max of what they predicted. So that's really good. I was very excited because that gives me the best chance of having eggs make it to blastocysts. So I went in for my 3rd one on Saturday, just to see that they were continuing to grow and that they were growing at a good rate. So the first one, they were ranging from 11 to 13. 13 was my lead follicle, and then I had 1 at 5.
So the third one, he didn't measure them all, but he measured a few of them just to see kind of what their range was. And he thought he saw 8 on each side. So that's really good. And the ranges were 13 to 16. So today I'm assuming that they're gonna be about 15 to 19 if they're growing about the same rate. So I'm pretty excited because that lead follicle jumped up 3, whereas the other ones only went up 2. So that's what I'm assuming. All right, so I just had my ultrasound. This is actually a few days later. I forgot to film after, but the doctor that I had that day actually didn't tell me my sizes because I guess there was a student, so they were doing kind of teaching. So, I mean, my lead follicle was an 18. That's basically all the information I got. But they weren't quite ready, so 2 days later, today, came in again, and they're all above 18, so that means I get to trigger. So I'm triggering tonight, and then I get retrieval on Friday. I'm so excited. So I didn't have to go the full 13 days of injections, so that makes me happy because I was kind of at my end at this point. So I took my last shot of Rekovelle this morning because I still had to do my morning shot. And then I did a dose of Cetrotide again this morning. So that is done. That'll be my last shot of Cetrotide. And then at 9:45 tonight, I will be doing my HCG shot. So, yay! I'm so excited. I can't wait to find how many I have.
Hi everyone. So I'm here to kind of just give an update on everything that happened with my retrieval. So we had 22 eggs retrieved. During my ultrasounds leading up to IVF, looked like I had about 14 to 16. So 22 was a big shock and just very exciting. Then of course you have to wait for the call to see how many were mature and fertilized. I don't get that update here in Winnipeg until day 1. So you find out how many more were mature the same day you find out the fertilization report. So I get the call. I had 21 out of 22 that were mature, which is amazing. Typical maturity rate is about 80%. Mine was 95 because only one was immature, so very exciting. And then I had 16 fertilized, and that was right on track. So fertilization, usually from what I've seen for my age range and just in general, anywhere from 60 to 80% fertilized, and mine was at 76%. So I got my call on day 3, and all 16 were doing spectacular. She said they were all at the right stage. They looked like they were going strong. So it was very exciting to hear that none of them had dropped off. And then they don't do a day 5 call because they give them till day 6. So if they all get to the right stage at day 5, then that's great. But they don't give you a call until day 6 because sometimes they'll have a few stragglers. So they don't give you a call until all of them are done. So day 6, I got the call and I was very nervous because they say about 30 to 40% make it to blastocyst. And so I'm anticipating like six to make it. And so I'm hoping, I'm like, please, 6, please. Because we still have to get them tested yet. And that's going to reduce the number even further. So I'm like 6, and I'm like, if everything was perfect, I'll get 9. That in my head, I was like 9. I got the call and she said, first thing was, your embryos did amazing. She's like, you have 12 out of 16. I was just in utter shock. I had hoped for 9, thinking that I was shooting high, and it still surprised me with more. So mind blown. So 30 to 40% making it to blastocyst. For me, it was 75% of mine that fertilized made it to blastocyst. I don't even know. It's a week later and I'm still in disbelief. Like, I just can't believe it. And so we are getting them tested. And we're paying $300 per embryo to get them tested. So that was the hardest part about finding out that we have 12, is that now it's a lot more money. So we went a different route. So there's 2 different ways you can pay for PGTA testing. There's a $4,500 coverall fee, but it's only up to 8 embryos, and then it's $300 per embryo after that. We were only expecting to get 10 eggs. That's what my doctor was hoping we'd get. So he said, I'm only expecting you to get about 10, so we'll go for the 2,000 down, and then it's $300 per embryo. So the 2,000 is just the basic lab part, and the basic fee to get them sent out and tested. And then it's $300 per embryo. So, but we had said it needs to be more than 2 before we'll send them out for testing. So that's fine. I think if you work it out, I still saved $100 by going the 2,000 down first and the $300 per embryo. But I just can't believe it. Like, my mind is just blown. Like, 12. I'm hoping that with they say about 50% make it end up being genetically normal. So if 50% of them end up being genetically normal, we'll have about 6. Yeah, 6. I can't do math today. So 50% make it, we'll have 6. That's amazing odds to actually get like a baby out of it. 6 genetically normal embryos would be absolutely amazing. I'd be very happy with 3 or 4. So we only want 2 children, so at least this will give us, a couple error, you know, if we have to change our meds because something's not working, or I'm waiting on my testing yet for hematology. So if I end up having a blood clotting disorder, that can be some trial and error getting meds right. So I'll have to go on heparin if I do have a clotting disorder. Other than that, right now it's just another waiting game. I'll find out at the end of the month how many made it, or how many were determined genetically normal. Even if I have a couple genetically normal and a couple mosaic, that'd be fine. At least then I have a few extra shots. Anyway, that's pretty much all for an update for now. I'm just gonna try to get this up as best as I can so I can get my journey out there. I think I will do another video about my retrieval itself, how it went for me, and my experience with OHSS. Because we weren't expecting so many eggs, we weren't planning for that risk. It's always a risk, but because we weren't expecting as many eggs, they said that my risk was very minor. We didn't have to worry about it. So that was another thing to add to the list. But that's all to update for now. See you in the next one.